Hey everyone, it's Chris Clark with DiscGolf.Law. United States patent law requires a manufacturer to mark its patented product with its patent number. If you ever shop for discs online, you'll often see sellers list a disc that, quote, has patent numbers, particularly when it comes to Innova or Millennium discs, to indicate an older and often particularly desirable run of discs. Now, we're making this video in 2024, and most of Innova's disc-related patents have expired. Sometimes you'll find discs bearing a patent number that were manufactured or sold after the patent has expired. In most circumstances these days, that's not a huge deal legally speaking, but prior to 2011, it was a different story. Now, in this discussion, when I refer to patents, I'm talking specifically about the most popular type of patent, which is a utility patent. There are other types of patents, and some of those other types of patents are relevant to disc golf. We'll leave those for another day. Patents protect inventions. In order to qualify for patent protection, an invention must be new, it must be useful, and it must be non-obvious. Having patent protection means that the invention cannot be commercially made, imported, or sold by others without the patent owner's consent. Bear with me while I quickly discuss two relevant legal points. Point number one, there's an old legal concept called a writ of qui tam. This allows private individuals who assist the government to share in part of the damages or financial penalties awarded. Point number two, prior to the passage of the America Invents Act in 2011, it was much easier for plaintiffs to file what were known as false marking lawsuits. Any person could sue a manufacturer for putting a false patent marking on their product, and the penalty of up to $500 per article sold was shared between the government and the person suing. Frequently, patent owners would fail to remove patent markings from their products following the expiration date of their patents. Since 2011, in most cases, that is no longer a violation of the law. Prior to 2011, some enterprising companies put these 2 points that I just discussed together and came up with an idea to go around suing manufacturers who sold goods marked with expired patent numbers. These suing companies would share the dollars from the legal verdicts or settlements with the government. And one of the most notorious of these companies was called Patect LLC. In 2010, Patect LLC sued Innova Champion Discs and Millennium Golf Discs using this qui tam false patent marking strategy. Their lawsuit claimed that Innova was marking certain discs, the Beast, Banshee, the Leopard, Viper, Shark, and the Wraith, with expired patent numbers in violation of US law. Similar claims were made against Millennium, the Orion, and the JLS, my first Ace disc. The lawsuit claimed Innova and Millennium both knew the patents had expired and intended to deceive the public by selling these falsely marked discs. Now, in Innova and Millennium's case, as was likely the case in most lawsuits of this type, it was likely just simply an accident or an oversight. These products still carried the expired patent numbers. Nevertheless, the lawsuit demanded damages of $500 per falsely marked disc, which, as I mentioned before, would be shared between Patect LLC and the US government. As you can imagine, damages of $500 per patent number disc sold would add up to a huge number. Now, we can't share specific details about how this case was resolved, but a majority of these types of suits ended up settling in favor of the plaintiffs, since most defendants desired to avoid litigation costs and the potential of a massive company-ending verdict. Hopefully those of you who own or work for disc golf businesses have considered how best to protect your company's valuable intellectual property, and you can avoid making these types of costly mistakes. For the rest of you, now at least you know a little bit more about why online sellers advertise certain discs for sale as being stamped with patent numbers. There is a lot more going on relative to patent law and disc golf. We've covered some of it in our prior videos, and I'm sure there will be more to come. If there's anything in particular you'd like us to address, leave us a comment. And if you haven't already, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel. And as always, thanks for watching.